Hey, girl, wish me well. I don't keep no chain, no ain't no wishing well. Don't kiss and tell. She still got my skin under her fingernail. Who the hell let you in this bitch? Boy, you look like you 12. Send them shells, cause I heard a dead man cannot tell a tale. Wish me well. I don't keep no chain, no ain't no wishing well. Don't kiss and tell. She still got my skin under her fingernails. Who the hell let you in this bitch? Boy, you look like you 12. Send them shells, cause I heard a dead man cannot tell a tale. Oh, for real, I be calling shot, you just be calling 12. Raw scale, duck it.
Yo, welcome to the Sports Bender Podcast, Season 3, Episode 9. How you people doing out there?
Doing fucking great.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir. You already know we got the usual suspects in here. Got my dog, Logo Cho over here. Got my dog, world famous Craig 305. And your boy, Big Roggy, is hosting today.
Let's get it.
Let's kick this thing off right, man. Our bread and butter is the NFL, so we're going to start it there, man. A lot of crazy stuff happened Week 11, and we're going to break it all down here, man, Sports Bender Podcast. So, our first topic, Thursday Night Football. That was a banger. Honestly, I can't say it was a banger because Joe Burrow went out early, and that brings me to my first question. Joe Burrow is out for the season for the Cincinnati Bengals. What does this mean for the rest of their season? Let's go ahead with Joe first. Kick it off for us, brother.
I mean, what's there to be said? The season is over for the Cincinnati Bengals, yo. I'm sorry to say, yo. And I think this is a bigger dilemma, though. I think this is a dilemma of the lack of good quarterbacks left. And I don't want to say the world, but in the NFL. I mean, you got this guy, what's his name? Sam Browning or whatever his name is, starting for the Bengals now?
Jake Browning.
Jake Browning?
Yeah.
I said Sam.
Look at
Sam
that.
Darnold.
Hey, man. Sam. I was thinking of Sam Howell, I guess, who's actually leading the league in passing yards so far through 11 weeks, which is crazy to say. But yeah, man, I think Cincinnati's done. I think, unfortunately, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, that with Joe Mixon, that's the last year that they're going to have together. So T. Higgins is going to go somewhere and get paid. They're going to pay Jamar Chase. They already paid Joe Burrow. So hopefully they can retool next year. But this year, it's over.
Yeah, it just might be over. What about you, Craig? What are you thinking?
I was one of the ones that was really rooting for them. I thought they were going to be able to come back when Joe started finally heating up. But I think they're done. I think they're definitely done. And I think this brings out that problem that you need to start investing more in a backup quarterback.
Yes.
You need to have at least a decent quarterback like Nick Foles that can win you a Super Bowl instead of just depending on that starter. Because, I know the quarterback gets protected, but there's still a big probability that they could get injured.
Especially if your team is Super Bowl ready. You
Exactly,
got two number ones. You have an all-pro running back. Your defense got better. Tyler Boyd is a very good number 3. I mean, dude, you have all the pieces in place. You should. And their offensive line was getting better. They're not great, but they were getting better.
To interject on that point, I do agree with you to a certain extent, but I think you got two things that goes with the backup QB thing. You have, how much are you going to pay this guy that's actually capable of coming in and being a starter, and a starter that's not just going to be a game manager, that could be slightly above average. Because, I'm sorry, Nick Foles, he's average, but he has his moments where he's above average, and that's why they were able to capture that Super Bowl against the Patriots. But you got to think about how much you're going to pay your backup quarterback compared to your starting quarterback.
Did they just sign Joe Flacco, though?
Who?
The Bengals?
The Browns.
The Browns did. Who are obviously in trouble with their quarterback situation as well.
They won yesterday, so they're still. I think they're 6-3 right now,
bro.
7-3, something like that.
They won when this guy had like 160 yards passing. Like the backup quarterback. I don't even know his name.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Like, I don't know how they pulled that off.
You're not going to win a lot of playoff games and championships like that. Yeah. With that being said, you got to worry about how much you're going to pay him, and then you got to think about this as well. You guys remember when Cam Newton first went into camp as a backup quarterback?
Yeah.
What's going to happen if your backup quarterback is actually very good and your starting quarterback isn't just playing that well, bro? That's going to throw off the confidence.
Say what you want to say, because I want to say something, too, to answer that question.
That's going to throw off your starting quarterback's confidence. And then on top of that, if you have fans saying, this guy can get it done, whenever your starter just throws a damn pick or loses the ball one time, then you have to deal with that as well. So I think it's a slippery slope when it comes to the backup quarterback combo.
Super tough. Yeah, I get you on that. I think it's just honestly like I think you need a veteran that can actually run the offense. But yeah, like you're gonna have to deal with that criticism. You're always gonna deal with that criticism, even if you don't have a backup quarterback. So
yeah,
I just think that your backup quarterback doesn't have to be a stud, but it's got to be a decent guy that can win some games. Like when the Dolphins had the perfect season, they had a good backup, you know, and it came to that debate when they were going to go back to the starter. Should we go back because this guy's hot?
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have to make those decisions, and you're always going to have that drama. I just think it's better to be prepared than not be prepared. Yeah. And obviously the money, you know, is going to be nowhere near the starting quarterback. Yeah. Like I would just think like you got to invest $1 million at least. I don't know how much they're paying these guys.
That was paying at least $1 million, right?
They're spending like 50 cents out there.
At least $1 million.
I want to say Mike White is making close to $10 million just to be a backup.
Wow.
You feel me? And that's outrageous.
Yeah, that's a little wild.
You know, obviously Tua has his injury problems and whatnot, but to have to pay a backup, they might not ever see the field that season, that much money.
But to the point, if the Dolphins are paying that much, that's because they feel that the team can go all the way. So you need to have that. And Tua has been, you know, last year we saw the issues. So, you know, thank God it hasn't happened, but you have to.
I want to ask this before we transition, if we got to transition. I just want to know, is Joe Burrow now labeled injury prone? I just want to know. 2 out of 4 years he's had season-ending injuries. His rookie year and this year.
Is this his 4th year?
Yeah, this is his 4th year right now. He was injured his rookie year.
Yeah, his rookie
Second year they get to the Super Bowl. Third year they get to the AFC title. This year
you can definitely label him injury prone.
Yeah?
You can.
Yeah,
is 2 out of 4 enough sample size,
That's
I guess?
half of your career.
I just think he's had bad luck and a shitty line, you know?
Exactly. Like, we can excuse the first season because he's a rookie. 2, that team was terrible. You weren't sniffing the playoffs with that team. So that was okay. But now with these expectations and whatnot, you know, if Tua can be labeled injury prone because of his concussions, then he definitely needs to be labeled injury prone.
Right.
So, you know, that is what it is. And that's going to transition us to our next topic, keeping it in the NFL, the Chargers.
Oh, man.
The Los Angeles Chargers do it once again, a.k.a. the Brandon Staley hack job.
Jeez.
Had a fourth quarter lead and blew it to the Packers, who are not the same Green Bay Packers that we're used to, if we're being honest. Blew a fourth quarter lead, man. What's going on with the Chargers, man? Someone's got to go, right?
Yeah,
Someone's got to go.
I don't know what's going on there. And I like the Chargers personally. I just don't know what's going on. You know, and even you can blame that they've had injuries at key positions like the wide receiver and stuff like that, but like they still got enough talent even with the team right now. Maybe the defense has dropped down a bit, but I'm shocked that they're blowing these leads. And even that great game against the Lions, man, like God, I thought they had that too.
That was another one. Yeah, they let that one slip out their hands. Not for nothing. The Lions are a great team.
That's right. I'll give them that because the Lions are a great team, but come on, man. Like you guys should have beaten these Packers, man. The Packers are looking all right, but nothing compared to what the Chargers have.
And not to shit on us, but they should have beat the Dolphins week 1, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, maybe.
They had that game in the bag, and, you know, I'm grateful that, you know, we pulled it off.
But it's that defense. That defense has dropped down a bit.
A lot. And Bosa, you know, prayers up for him. He went out. He got carted out yesterday, and he was actually crying. So,
third down.
Guys, I'm gonna give you some stats.
Look at there's the bump. Johnston can't pull it in.
Because I'm sick.
It hit him in the hands at the 35 of Green Bay.
I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sorry. I don't like him. I've hated him ever since that fool tried to sabotage Justin Herbert against the Raiders a couple years ago when all they needed to do was fucking tie to make the playoffs, and you're going to go for it on 4th down on your own 30 last week of the year. Like, dude, you're better than that. But the game yesterday, the defense, speaking to the defense, gave up 397 total yards, and Jordan Love threw for 322 yards. Jordan Love threw for 322 yards, and the Packers were averaging slightly over more than 300 yards entering the game, and Love hadn't thrown for 300-plus yards, passing yards, in a game all year. So, dude, and last week the Chargers gave up 533 yards against the Lions, and again, they also lost. So to answer your question, the Chargers are done. The Chargers are done, and it seems as if Harry's take about Justin Herbert being trash, I'm not saying it's true, but maybe he's not top 5 after all.
I never thought he was top 5 to begin with. But
well, I mean, I had him in that kind of combo. I mean, Justin Herbert, he gets talked about like that too.
He's a top 10 quarterback. And
for sure.
He was ascending at one point, but, you know, it's just not looking too good, man. I really think, me personally, I'm on your side, I think it's Brandon Staley, the head coach, because he just does some bonehead moves, calls some plays, and I'm just like, bro, like, what are you thinking here? Like, genuinely, what are you thinking here? Do you not care about your job? Do you not care about feeding your family? Like, what? Because you're playing this shit like it's Madden. Like these games don't matter. As if you could just restart them or just quit and end the game, come back on later and just hop back on the shit. These games matter, man, for your career, your livelihood, for these fans out here, and you're calling these weird, stupid plays because of analytics, brother. Analytics are going to get you fired. Only numbers you're going to see is 0 in your bank account. You keep doing this.
Dude, you deserve to get fired. I'm sorry. You should have been fired a while ago. You should have been fired after you blew that 27-0 lead against Jacksonville last year.
Oh,
you had a 27-0 lead against a guy who never made the playoffs before in Trevor Lawrence. Yeah. Doug Peterson's a first-year coach with the Jaguars, and you come back and blow that game. Yeah. That is,
you can't blame the players after that many times. It's just coaching and
culture and everything.
You're not doing something right there, brother.
I agree.
Yeah, I think teams need to stop with the analytics bullshit. Like, if you're gonna go with analytics all the time, might as well just have an AI run the team. Like,
yes.
So do not go with that. Go with your gut. Go
Saint I robot, man.
Yeah, go with your feelings. Go with your think. You know, like, I don't think McDaniels is going with analytics. I think he's going where the fuck he feels is right.
He's going with the flow. Yeah, he's
what's going
right.
And you got to switch it. You can't just predict just because of the how many yards you need.
His problem is he goes with the flow a little too much.
Yeah. Too much.
He's a little too saucy with it.
But like, stick with what you feel,
right,
and live with that. Like, I don't think you should be trying to go with analytics and basing your whole game plan around that.
I think both coaches do the exact opposite. I think McDaniel tries to get the most out of his players. He calls things just for some certain players. And then Staley is more of I'm going to do it my way. This is the way we're going to do it. And you're going to do it this way until your back breaks type of thing. Pause on that.
Or until I'm not here no more to tell you what the fuck to do.
Exactly.
Which is looking like...
It's headed to that direction. It should be, though.
This guy... I'm not even going to play the race card, but this guy has gotten away with so many shitty seasons and so many shitty endings to the season. I don't know how he still has a job. I genuinely do not know. Because any other coach would get fired. Anyone. Honestly, after that Raiders game where he blew the whole tie going into the playoff situation, you probably would have got fired after that. But let alone you blow a 27-point lead in the second half to lose a playoff game, you're definitely getting fired after that. And he still didn't get fired. And now he's blown 2 to 3 leads this year alone. And we are in week 11, week 12, something like that.
You have Keenan Allen.
That's a quarter of the game, 25%.
You have Austin Eckler.
You've blown on your own play calling, brother.
You had Mike Williams. Like, you got guys.
You got Austin Eckler.
You got guys on your team, brother.
Justin Herbert.
Sheesh.
I fucking love Justin Herbert.
Love that white boy.
I know I shit on him sometimes because of the Tua comparison, but I've always liked Justin Herbert. He literally went to Oregon, my second favorite college, bro.
You love Oregon.
I fucking love Oregon. I love Justin Herbert. What are you doing? Get this guy out of here, bro.
Yeah, man. Brandon Staley, you got to go, brother. I'm sorry. And we've had multiple segments about this guy. And about the Chargers, we're really big on the Chargers here because they're such a fascinating team, at least for us, because they score a lot of points.
We like them.
Yeah, like they score a lot of points. They got good players. Man,
dude, I love that team. Their offense is crazy. Besides the Dolphins and the Eagles offense, they're my favorite offense to watch. They're my favorite, hands down.
I hear it. Even though you do rock with the Lions, though, don't lie.
Oh, my bad. Honestly, let me switch that. Yeah. Honestly, right now, I like watching the Lions more than the Eagles right now. Like, they're slow. Yeah. They might become my second team. I don't know. I still got the Eagles up there because, man, that's been since I was 10 years old.
Since you was a jit, huh?
It's real love on this side for them. But we're going to go ahead and switch into a different fourth quarter blown comeback. Ooh. But it was in the favor of the Lions.
Let's go.
My boy Dan
I like it.
Had the team ready to go. They came fourth quarter. They didn't make it good the first week, but they came back in the fourth and did what they had to do, man. So what do you guys think? It was against the Bears, but it was Justin Fields' first game back. It wasn't the same exact Bears. So what do you guys think about that?
I actually think that the Detroit Lions showed me something a lot different than what I expected. Me personally, that's a game that last year, even the year before, for sure they would have lost. It for sure would have lost the Lions.
I think I can agree with you on that.
And this is a level of maturity from the main guys on the team, mainly Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown. They have taken the reins in terms of the leadership, and then Aiden Hutchinson has clearly upped his level of play. What was he, the first pick or the second pick? I'm sorry, first or second?
We can do a quick Google search, but I want to say he was the second.
Second pick last year, or 2 years ago.
Up in a second right now.
Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson on the defensive side of things for the Browns, or for the Lions, has been incredible. He's been incredible, man. The Lions put up 41 points last week against the Chargers.
Not to cut you off, but Aiden Hutchinson was the number 2 pick. Who was picked before him? Wow. Oh, not to shit on no NFL players because we love the NFL, but Travon Walker was the number 1 pick for the Jags before Aiden Hutchinson. And not to say that he hasn't been an impact, because he's
Walker
played well, but he hasn't had the same impact as Aiden Hutchinson.
He was the number 1 overall pick?
Yeah, Travon Walker from Georgia Bulldogs. He went to the Jags.
What? How do I not remember that? Damn, that's crazy.
I'll be honest, he was one of those late picks, like out of nowhere, that kind of came out of nowhere, that they were like, oh yeah, he's going to be the next.
But like number 1 overall?
Yeah.
Damn, I would remember that.
That's what I'm saying. Like the last month before that draft, they were really boosting him up a lot. But the reason why you can't remember that is because obviously he hasn't made the same impact
on the NFL side.
Exactly. In the NFL as Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah,
Aiden Hutchinson has just been great. And I think the Lions are just a great football team. So that fourth quarter comeback for me showed a lot of maturity in their football team. Shows obviously they're going to win the NFC North. They're going to host a playoff game. And I think this win kind of shows me maybe they can muck up the whole it's supposed to be Niners and Eagles NFC title game. Maybe the Lions come in there and mess up the party a little bit. So that's my takeaway from last week's game or yesterday's game.
I agree. What about you, Craig?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. In the beginning, like I thought that they could be a candidate to be like a fraud team. But
I love the honesty.
But they shut me up. They've shut me up. And these last 2 games have just shown, them being resilient. I think they're finally like showing that they have a full, complete team. They're still sharing the ball with the 2 running backs. They're both still producing, and you could see like they're coming together and they're not letting a game like the Chargers. I think they would have lost that game easy. And it was a high scoring game and they're able to put up 40 points. Like they're looking legit, I hope for them to win. Like, I obviously, I'm a Dolphins fan, but I do want them to win. I want them to do their thing. The Lions have been sucky for a long time. I think they had the worst record ever in life. So
they went over, right?
Yeah,
they went over.
They went over. One of 2 teams. I think Cleveland and Detroit managed to do it back-to-back years.
Ooh, that's
so
bad.
So I
that's
feel for them.
That was
I'm
a bad
happy.
year for football. Bad 2 years.
Just in general.
Went defeated. Not undefeated, but defeated.
So I hope they turn it around. I feel like everyone there has a chip on their shoulder, and they're showing it, and they're doing their thing, bro. Jared Goff, they talk so much shit about that guy. I hope that guy gets some fucking wins, man. Like, he deserves it.
Yes.
It's hard to be a quarterback in the NFL. There's so much pressure,
And I think a lot of people don't understand how hard it is, bro. Like, I was watching thing on ESPN. They did a quick breakdown on Tua, and I don't want to keep bringing back to Tua and the Dolphins, but like they were showing how much time like the average quarterback has to throw. And when you really think about it, how long a second or a half a second really is, and you have to process a million different. You kind of have to predict the future when you're a NFL quarterback. At least if you want to be a good NFL quarterback, you kind of have to predict the future and. It's hard taking those risks when you got your career on the line, bro. And these guys, they just know how to do it. They're magicians, bro. Why do you think people call Pat Mahomes a magician? Because the time you have to take to think about all this crazy shit is like this. It's a split second. Split. As quick as it is to blink or sneeze,
right?
Boom, you're done. You're sacked in the dirt, going down, dick in the dirt.
I think Tua was averaging.
What my football coach is saying, put his dick in the dirt.
I think Tua was averaging like 2.4 seconds to toss it,
to throw
something like that.
Yeah, throw.
2.4
Just think about 2 seconds on the average. Like you take 6 steps, that's 2 seconds. And just think about if you had to decide who to throw it to, launch up, throw the shit, make sure it's getting there, doing it accurately, going through all your reads, bro. Bro, even just playing, I've played just pickup games, trying to play quarterback. That shit is impossible for me.
Right.
So I can just imagine being in shape, running from 300 pounders to run a 4.45, then thinking about who the hell am I throwing this ball to, then throwing it, and then throwing it accurately, making sure it gets. It's a lot of work, bro. Let's cut these guys some slack. That's all I'm gonna say.
And one last thing on the lines I do want to mention is shout out Dan Campbell, man. Shout out fucking Dan Campbell.
That's
bro.
the point that I didn't say. That was my original point I was gonna get to, but yes.
Yeah, and it's more praise on what he's done with primarily using Jahmyr Gibbs. Like the beginning of the year, he was not able to find a good way to utilize both of them. And then that Thursday night game where he broke loose. Then he had he had like 15 for $136.
Yeah.
I forgot. I think it was against Atlanta or somebody, but he went off with no David Montgomery. It goes to show that okay, this guy's ready. He can be a third down, he could be a 3-down back, even though we don't need him to be, but he can be.
And I think that's a testament of his coaching as well to show that he's a player's coach, because usually any coach is gonna be like, oh shit, that was a top 15 pick. We're throwing him in the fire right now.
Right.
Like, fuck David Montgomery. We got to throw this guy, get his legs going, da-da-da-da-da. But he did the right thing, bro. And I was very frustrated because obviously I drafted Jahmyr Gibbs. So I was very frustrated, bro, most of the season. But he's doing the right thing. And, you know, he's getting the most out of his players because they believe in him and they want to do right by him. So that's the best kind of coach to have, man. You don't want to have a coach just sitting there making it feel like a job.
Right. When
he makes it feel like a job, you're going to be like, fuck him. Because if we're at any job, what's the thing we're saying most of the time, most employees? Fuck my boss. Like, everyone's talking shit about the boss in the group chat or whatever. Everyone's talking shit. Fuck this guy. I hate him. He never wants to give me a fucking day off. He don't want to approve my PTO, blah, blah, blah. You feel me? So, I love that he is that for them. Because that team, if any fan base deserves it to be successful, bro, is definitely the Lions. That's one of the teams that have been... Their family, they play every Thanksgiving, bro.
Literally.
I remember growing up.
Literally. Until
like the last 2-3 years, watching the Detroit Lions get beat to hell every Thanksgiving, early afternoon, morning, whatever you want to call it.
Unless they play the Cowboys. They always beat the Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
What about you, Craig? Any closing arguments on that?
Man, it shows how valuable a coach is, you know, besides the team. Like, the coaching there... You know, to be a player's coach and to actually listen to your players and not just make it your way, I think goes a long way. Even if you don't go with their advice, as long as you listen to them and adjust and try to make them feel more comfortable, you're going to get more out of the player. Yeah. And a lot of coaches don't do that. So maybe this opens up to better teams in the future if they start to, you know, listen to their team.
I love that, man. No, I love that. And it's going to take us to our next topic. Still in the NFL. Our Miami Dolphins got the dub not last night, but yesterday. Things up, we loved it. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this one because I don't know if you guys watch the game the same way I do, but I love to get a win. But when we don't play good, it feels good to get the win, but it's never, you know, you don't feel complete. You don't feel whole. Right. You know. The same way that you feel after you beat Denver 70 to whatever the fuck it was that they had. You know, you don't feel good because, honestly, the defense played great, and I love that because, honestly, defense wins you championships in the NFL, bro. If you can stop people from scoring, you have a very good shot at winning a game. And, honestly, the Dolphins' defense showed up finally. And not to say finally, but that's the best game they played all season that they played on Sunday against the Raiders. And Jalen Ramsey looks great. Even X looked great. The D-line looked great. Everyone looked good. The offense is looking a little shaky, man. I'm not going to say they figured us out because our offense is just too powerful no matter what. I think we're going to score points regardless. But what is you guys' thoughts? You know, because I wasn't exactly the highest on this win like other people were.
I feel like in those situations when that happens and the team pulls through, that's when you know they're legit. Like, there's going to be times that you know, your offense might struggle or something might be going on. Other people got to step up. And in that situation, the defense stepped up, and we're going to need that to win, you know, to go far because we haven't won, obviously, against big teams. I'm not saying that the Dolphins cannot do it, but there's going to come to these games that are going to go down the wire. You're going to need the defense. You're going to need other players to step up, the third-string running back, whoever it is. There's going to be times that you're going to need other guys that are not your main guys to step up. And if you don't have people to do that, you're not going to win games. And they proved, at least with this game, that they were able to get through. And hopefully there's more of that going on, but you need those to happen.
I'll agree because in the past, the Dolphins would definitely, when they play a team like that, they would give it up at the end. So I'll applaud them for that. But what about you, Joe? What do you think?
I need to go on a fucking rant. Because I'm going to tell you right now, man, the Miami Dolphins, you're playing with your food. You're playing with your food, dog. And I'm being dead fucking serious right now, man. Miami Dolphins leaving points on the table, turning the ball over. You're turning the ball over with 1:20 left in the half on your own 20. You're playing very loosey-goosey with the football, and you're relying way too much on Tyreek Hill, bro. You're relying way too fucking much on Tyreek Hill.
I agree.
The guy had, what, like 8
over 100 for like the 10 times, and I'm not mad.
Most of it was in the first half, though.
Exactly.
Like
in the first half, over 100, like, we're abusing my guy.
Bro, and they taped this man's whole freaking wrist or arm up because the fool hurt his arm because he's fucking catching everything. Yeah, he's catching everything. He's fucking running for touchdowns on a slant route where there's like 4 guys.
Like 40, 50 yards.
Yeah, dog. There's 4 guys surrounding him. He's like, I need to book it now. Yeah. Books it. Luckily gets us a tutty. Having to work everything in between the numbers. Having to work the hash marks. Play on the outside the numbers. Like, dude, Jalen Waddle, where you at? Cedric Wilson, I know you made some plays yesterday. We need to show up.
Hey. We're not going to go too hard on Cedric because he did his fucking thing.
He did, dog.
He dropped the ball yesterday, so let's not do that. But
fine. Well, then let's go towards Waddle. I guess
Waddle for sure needs to start.
He had one drive last week or yesterday. One drive.
And what I can contribute to that argument is he hasn't showed up that much this year. I know he's been going through some injuries and shit, but he's
had a back issue.
He's got to get it right, man. If we have to keep him out of game just so he can get right, let's do that now before we hit the playoffs.
To speak on that real quick, the whole Waddle situation, like that pick that Tua threw, I feel like it's because you're saying that he's going so much to Tyreek that he wasn't used to Waddle's speed. Because he had Waddle open. I felt like he could have dropped it in there. He was just thinking, I guess he's going to keep going. Like, bro, come on, you got to get used to them.
And Tua, in Waddle's defense, that was actually an inaccurate throw.
Yeah, no, it was completely.
He should have thrown it towards the sideline, but he kind of threw it upfield.
Or a little bit closer. Like, he had him open.
Yeah, he overthrew him. He overshot him.
Everyone on the offense deserves blame for yesterday being so close.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you get to the red zone 5 times, and you only score 2 touchdowns. And the Dolphins are number 1 rated red zone offense.
I was gonna say that hasn't happened this year. Usually that's 4 out of 5.
That is a big stat. Before we go to break, I just want people to know scoring in the red zone by far is one of the hardest things in the NFL. They shrink the field.
Yeah, it's hard.
You shrink the field. It's so fucking hard. You need a deadly accurate quarterback, and you need receivers and guys to play their role as best as they can. Yep. And Miami Dolphins are number 1 in the red zone offense this year. I don't know if that changes after this week. Obviously, only going 2 for 5 in the red zone. Yeah. But y'all need to turn the fuck up, stop playing with your food, dog. That's all I'm saying.
I will give you that. And right before we go to break, we'll be back with our Week 12 money line picks.
Let's get it.
Yo, welcome back, Bender fam. Yes, sir. We're back. So we're going to go ahead and go to our Week 12 money line picks for the NFL.
NFL, baby.
NFL. Week 12 money line picks. Make sure you tap in. Episode 8 out now, too. Make sure you tap in, man.
Check it out.
God damn. Follow us on YouTube, TikTok, all that shit.
All right. We're going to go to Week 12. Our first games are on Thanksgiving this week.
Ooh.
Give thanks to everybody. Shout out to everybody out there. We're grateful if you watch this show.
Shout out to the Bender fam. Shout out to all the fans.
Shout out to the Bender fam, the peeps out there. The BenderBoyz and Bender.
Shout out Craig 305 too. Shout out Craig 305.
Shout out everybody. But we're gonna go ahead and start off. The first game is gonna be the Packers at Lions. You guys got, and by the way, these are money line picks, not spread. So we're just gonna pick the outright winner. So who you guys got?
Packers, I'm going Lions for sure. Lions at home.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Lions. And it's nice that the Lions are balling now because every Thanksgiving they play. And every Thanksgiving they've sucked ass. And it's like, I don't want to see that game. Now I want to see it. Thank you, Lions.
That's crazy.
To finally see the Lions get a dub on Thanksgiving.
Yes, please. Whoop the Packers' ass.
Hey, the Packers did their thing yesterday against the Chargers.
Yeah, they probably will. And they did it.
Might be closer than what people think.
The choke artist Chargers. But anyways.
That's true.
On to better teams. We're gonna go with the Commanders at Cowboys. They're playing at Dallas. Who you guys got?
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys, man. The Commanders have been sketch.
I can't pick the Commanders. They just lost to the Giants.
Yeah, they've been sketch, man.
Yeah, I'll go with the Cowboys. I don't want to pick them though.
Yeah. And then for the last game on Thanksgiving, we got Niners at Seahawks. Who you guys got?
I'm going with the Niners. I like the Seahawks, so I'm going with the 49ers all day. They looking good. They're coming back. I'm gonna be honest.
The Seahawks should have won yesterday, though. How the fuck this man missed that kick, yo? I'm going Seahawks money line, yo.
You think they bounce back?
They're at home too.
Yeah,
they're at home. I think they should get it.
I can see them winning that game, but I'm gonna take the Niners as well.
Yeah, Brock Purdy's rolling. He had 2 back-to-back really good games, so he's rolling.
Yeah. So then after that, we have our Black Friday game. We have Miami Dolphins at New York Jets.
Let's fucking go! Matchup of the week.
Let's do it.
I'm hyped. Yo, I'm sorry. Dolphins Jets?
I low-key might be at that game. I might go to that game.
Really?
I'm going to be out there. I'm trying to get some tickets. I don't know.
What days you going out there? You can get your promo out.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to be in New York from today, the 20th, till the 27th. So anybody out there trying to work, anyone trying to do anything, hit me up. Send me a DM at Craig305. I'm down to work.
Yes, sir.
But I'm going to be celebrating Thanksgiving, with some fam. So
respect.
It was more for that, but I'm definitely down to work out there. And maybe go to this game. And if I go, I'm sending you guys a live report. I'll send you some shit. It's going down. I can't wait, but we'll see.
I can't wait. Well, I got Dolphins for sure.
Yeah, I got
Don't ask me.
Don't
ask me about that game.
I don't think I have to answer that question, but so we're going to go ahead and go to the next game. We're back to Sunday. So now we got Steelers at Bengals. Who you guys got?
I got Steelers, dog.
Same here. Well, after that, bro.
I have no choice.
Even with 1 week of practice, you think this guy can't get it?
I think it's good. It's not gonna be that bad as anyone would think, but I still think the Steelers, they should win.
He didn't show me enough in that
Ravens game. Take the Bengals. So
that's
my pick. I'm gonna take the Bengals.
Respect that.
We got Jags at Texans. This is a marquee matchup for you right here. This is for your division right here, I'm assuming. And
Jacksonville smacked yesterday.
Game apart right now.
Yeah, Jacksonville played really good yesterday, though.
So did the Texans. I mean, they only won by 5. I think they were 5.5, so you literally missed it by the hook.
I'm going to go Jacksonville, but I'm definitely picking the spread on this ticket. Like, I'm not going money line for this game at all.
You have to go money line because the spread is only 1 point.
Oh, my God. It's a straight pick 'em. Then I guess I'm going Jacksonville, and I have no choice.
I think I'm going to go with Jax, too. I think they're a better team, but it's a toss-up.
Texans
could easily win this game.
At Houston?
Yeah.
Shit. No, I got to stick. Yeah, I'm going to stick with my pick.
I'm going to go Houston. I'm going to fade the both of you guys again.
Do it.
Do
it.
I hope you're not making all these picks just to fade us, man. Because the Cincy pick is kind of crazy.
I have a really good feeling, to be honest.
I feel you, but that Cincy pick is kind of crazy, though. I ain't going to hold you.
Hey,
I respect it.
I've seen crazier happen.
Respect.
So then we got the Bucks and the Colts. Bucks at Indy.
This is a shit show of a game. But I'm going to go
Gardner Minshew.
I'm going to go Colts, yeah. Gardner Minshew has not played bad, though. He hasn't played that bad.
He hasn't played bad. And they're coming off the bye.
Yeah, we'll go with Colts, too. I'm
going to go Colts. I don't like Baker Mayfield. Fuck Baker Mayfield. Sorry.
I don't want to fade you guys again, but
it's okay. That's a toss-up for me.
That's a toss-up game, too, for real.
I think the Bucks might bounce back on this one, man. I think
they've played better.
I think they definitely have the team capable of beating the Colts.
Yeah.
Like, let's not get ahead of ourselves either. It's the Colts.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Bucks. Shout out to Pat McAfee. So the next game is gonna be Saints at Falcons. New Orleans at Atlanta. They're playing in Atlanta.
Saints.
You're taking the Saints?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Falcons here, actually. Okay. It's in Atlanta. I'm going to go Falcons here. I think the Saints are done.
Yeah, I mean, the spread is 1 point, so it's pretty much
It's a pick 'em. It's a pick 'em.
For the pick, I'm going to go ahead and go with damn.
Hot damn.
I'm gonna go with the Saints.
Okay.
I'm not even confident now. I'm just saying the Saints.
I feel that.
The next one, we got another shit show, another slop fest.
I love it.
We got the New England Patriots at the New York Giants. What do you guys got?
This is not going on no ticket.
New England is favored by 3 points.
I'm going Giants. I'm going Giants for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Giants too, man. I'm gonna be out there too. I hope they win. Fuck
They
the
beat
Patriots.
Washington last
go to
week.
the Giants game
I
instead,
know,
bro.
right? That
Fuck
shit'll be 50 cents for me to get in.
That shit'll be dumb
the
cheap.
Dolphins game, they're waxing, bro.
It's the fucking Giants game, bro. You're gonna be out there for $2.
Hey,
$2.
I tell you right now, Dolphins game might be a blowout
You
too.
get to see
Yeah,
the Patriots
no,
get their
I know.
ass kicked.
That boy Zach Wilson can't even throw for 100 yards.
Bro.
Man,
But yeah,
telling
they,
you.
look,
You
besides
got the
that,
Giants in?
the Giants got a quarterback named Tommy DeVito. It sounds like the Sopranos. They got he's from the Italian mafia.
That's pretty bad. I'm not gonna.
They're changing their ways out there. I like it better than Jones, bro. Fuck Jones.
Yeah,
I respect it.
but for that reason, I'm gonna go. And I hate to say it, I'm going Patriots on this one.
Really?
Oh, Wildcat. You're crazy.
They're on the road too.
No. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think the Patriots still have a very good defense. And the Giants, like, they got a good win last week, but this DeVito kid, I don't think he's the real deal.
Yeah,
I think
I
he
feel
finally
you.
got together for one game, but I don't think he's gonna be that guy to stack big games on top of another to end the season. And I hope he does well, because I don't like to hate on players, but we are in the business of content and talking about
Yeah.
things how they go. So right now he hasn't shown enough to prove that he's gonna be that guy. Not even close. He had a good game, but he has a lot more to be proven, a lot more to be shown before I can sit here and just ride his coattails.
No, I get it.
Pause.
I get it 1,000%. I'm not mad at the pick.
All right, so then we're going to go ahead and go to the next game. It's going to be Panthers at Titans. Straight money line, who you got?
Damn. I'm gonna go battle of the rookie quarterbacks. I'm gonna go Will Levis and the Titans.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning Titans.
Even though Derrick Henry, you're pissing me off, buddy. You're pissing me
That
off.
might be a bounce back game for Derrick Henry, because they're playing against a weak defense. I think he can probably rack up a good 100 before the first half if he really wants to, if he really determines.
Yeah, and Levis too. Levis needs to bounce back.
Yeah,
he had
he
that
needs to
great
start,
game, and then just went down.
Hey, last week he didn't play bad. He threw 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns at the end of the game, basically, because they were down by a lot.
they were
getting their ass
But no
whooped.
picks. No picks
Dak
though. No
Prescott,
picks.
Garbage time tutty. So who do you got for the pick though, Craig?
I got the Titans.
Okay.
I'm going with the Titans. I hope they step it up, but
I think Will Levis has played well though. I'm not gonna let that go.
he's played well for his position and just stepping in.
I
Like,
think he's
Hey,
doing
man.
just enough, but not
No
enough.
picks. No picks in
Yeah.
3 games.
I like him better than Tannehill. I'll say that.
All right. Fair enough.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
I'll live with that.
So then next we got the LA Rams at the Arizona Cardinals. Who you
Wow.
got?
This is low key a pick 'em too. It should be.
It should be.
Yeah,
I feel like
it says even. It's not even
Yeah.
a point. So
Yeah,
crazy
it's
to
like
pick 'em.
it's as pick 'em
Because
gets.
Kyler Murray's back.
He played well yesterday too. Got
Yeah,
it. He
even
threw
though they
one
lost, they
and
still played well.
hit the anytime tutty for me. Thank you, Kyler.
I think the Rams really need this game.
They're
They
done
just
though. They're
need
done.
this-
They're looking done, especially Cooper Kupp being out. Maybe.
I
Yeah, they're
think-
done.
I think the Rams season is done. They can. I think what they want to do right now as a team is just play the guys that they have to see who's worth keeping next year.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, that's how I look at the Rams roster right now. You got to see the guys you're gonna weed out, because the Rams are in rebuild mode. If we're being honest, because I think after this year, Stafford probably retires.
Yeah, I think.
There's a decent chance he retires, and if you're gonna get a top 10 draft pick, you're gonna have to spend on a quarterback and spend on other assets. So I think
I'm gonna go Arizona.
if I'm the Rams, you never want to lose, but I might want to lose this game, to be honest.
I'm gonna go Arizona.
Yeah, they're at Arizona. Give me Arizona. I think they can take this with Kyler Murray. I think they can win.
And
this.
Kyler wants to play well, even though he
Yeah,
knows they're
I
not.
think
Obviously,
Kyler's
and
out to prove the world wrong.
that's what I'm
including
saying,
me,
man.
because I've been pretty tough on
You
Kyler.
have, you have.
And
But I feel like everybody's been tough on him.
Not me.
That guy
Not
went-
me.
He went from being a superstar to someone that they're literally like, hey, we should just get rid of him. Like,
No,
don't know
I never
how.
see. That's what I'm saying. I never said that, and I told people that. I put it in my top 10 quarterback rankings last or before the year started that he was
I
still
cannot-
a top 10
before the season started.
before the season started.
Yeah, I definitely didn't.
And
have
you
him
guys
in the top
clown me for that. Whoever was on the table with me clown me for
I
that.
wasn't here.
I'm just saying. I know for sure you were, and probably Cole was here, and I don't know who our guest was, but I'm just saying Kyler Murray has shown when he's right, he's right.
I like
he
Kyler
could be
Murray.
he could be a guy that could lead your team to the Super Bowl if you have all the pieces to fit a Super Bowl team.
I don't know why they got rid of Hopkins though. That was like a mind fuck to me.
Yeah, that was bad.
Just like the Titans.
That was
rid
the
of
Kingsbury stuff, the Cliff
like,
Kingsbury
you've
shit.
seen what Kyler could do with a receiver like Hopkins.
Right.
Get rid of him.
They were balling.
Two or 3 years ago, they were 7-0.
And no shade to Hollywood Brown because I like him a lot, but I just don't think career arc wise, he's gonna compare it to D-Hop. You know,
Who?
Hollywood Brown.
Yeah,
you can really
of course
compare
not.
him to D-Hop.
D-Hop is a future
sense.
Hall of Famer in my eyes, at least. He's a future Hall of Famer.
And it's still very early in Hollywood Brown season. Who knows? Who knows what any player can do? But right now, what we're shown, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, that's those aren't his projections at all.
The next game we're gonna go ahead. What'd you say for that game? You said
I'm gonna go Arizona.
Arizona.
I'm gonna go. Who was the Titans?
Rams.
I'm gonna go Rams. I feel like they really need it, and they could try to do something, but it's gonna be a toss up too.
I'm gonna take the Cards. Not to say that I feel very confident about it, but I think that they can pull that game off, and I think they will. So then next game we got is Cleveland at Denver, Browns at Broncos.
I'm gonna go Broncos here, unfortunately.
Yeah, they've been hot with the defense.
God damn, dog.
I think real sketch right now.
I think they win their 6th in a row. That's crazy to say. They started the season off 0-5, and they're 5-5 right now after last night.
The Dolphins woke up a little beast.
Nah, that was like week 3 or 4.
Yeah, but after that happened, that's when they were like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
They probably turned it up a little bit because I think after losing,
no, they've lost. They've lost.
Someone scores 70 in an NFL game, you gotta wake up the next day feeling like I want to murder.
No, they've lost.
Like,
they've lost since then. They didn't reel off 5 straight. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way.
So. Check it, bro.
I'm checking right now.
Positive that they reeled off 5 straight.
There's no way.
I could be wrong.
I have to find this.
No, my bad. They reeled off 4 straight. They
That's
lost
pretty
at
good
Kansas
still,
City, and they've won 4 straight after last night.
They lost to Kansas City.
That's still very impressive.
I thought Kansas City lost to them.
Yeah, they won. They won.
They beat Kansas City. Didn't they?
Yeah, they lost at Kansas City. They beat Green Bay. They won at home against Kansas City. Remember, they played KC twice.
Already?
Yeah, they beat them in week 8.
Yeah. Then they beat KC. Then they beat Buffalo at Buffalo, and now they beat Minnesota at home. So we got to give it up to them. Even though those teams, besides the Chiefs, those teams don't look, that great, but you still beat the Chiefs.
I don't like the Broncos. God damn, I hate them.
So Browns and Broncos, who's your pick? Cleveland?
No, I should pick them because I said I would never pick the Broncos to the day I die, but I have no choice.
What about you, dude?
The Broncos.
Some bullshit.
The Broncos. Yo, low key, at one point, I was a fan. I was, spent some time.
Never been a fan.
They're favored
I love
by
Denver.
2.5.
Fucking hate it.
It's gonna be interesting if Joe.
They're favored by 2.5 right now.
Yeah, Denver.
Of course they are.
I'm gonna take Denver because I don't think Joe Flacco would do shit if he's.
Joe Flacco, yeah, no, they're not.
So we're gonna go ahead. Chiefs at Vegas.
Chiefs, fuck the Raiders. For Carlos, Chiefs.
Shout out to those, but fuck the Raiders.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Chiefs,
I'm gonna go
bro.
Chiefs.
Gotta go Chiefs here. Got no choice.
Even though I love the way the Raiders played against the Dolphins last week, bro. I like it. Respectfully, you boys showed up. Y'all did what y'all had to do.
Yeah.
After being down, or not being down, but before the game started, y'all was plus 14.5, depending on what book you got it, 13.5, 14.5.
And let's see if the Raiders in the NFL do right by Antonio Pierce and hire this man full time.
Yes,
Take off the interim off that name. He's earned that position to be a head coach in this league at least for a year with the Raiders for sure, in my opinion.
And then we got Bills versus Eagles.
I'm going Eagles for sure.
Yeah, Eagles.
Fuck
Yeah,
that
I
shit.
think no matter what happens tonight against the Chiefs, they beat the Bills.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good game tonight. I'm excited.
And I'm very excited.
I'm very excited.
My flag got delayed. I'm happy for that.
I will
Hopefully, I
be
can see something.
hammered watching that game.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Super Bowl rematch tonight, fellas.
Super Bowl.
Where are they playing?
At
Philly?
The Chiefs.
Oh, damn. Okay, that's gonna be a tough one.
That's gonna be a
Shit.
good one. So then we got our Sunday night game is going to be Ravens at Chargers. Ravens
I'm going
at
Baltimore.
SoFi.
Lamar for MVP, baby.
Lamar. You already know, baby. You know where this fucking podcast is based out of South Florida.
You know what it is.
You know where we rolling with South Florida.
You know what it is.
Dade County, Broad County, Palm Beach County. No matter where we at.
Boynton Beach County.
Hey, that's as far as it goes, though. We only go to Palm Beach. That's South Florida, them 3 counties right there. But we're going to go ahead and go with Lamar Action Jackson, baby.
You feel me?
I'm going to go with the motherfucking Ravens.
It's in LA too, in SoFi, so he'll put on a show out there.
Fuck the Chargers.
He'll put a show out there.
Packers. You lost a fourth quarter lead to the Packers and Jordan Love. Go to hell, bud.
That's gonna be a good game. Yeah. That's gonna be a good game, though.
The Chargers really need this game, like, to at least turn it around a bit. But I'm gonna go for sure with the Ravens. The Ravens is looking good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even when Andrew's out, that's gonna be a big blow for them.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
You just reminded me of that. I forgot.
That's gonna change them a bit. We'll see how far they go.
Hey,
to me, it's between Tua and Lamar.
Change them a bit. I think that's gonna change. That's gonna be a significant change.
And Beckham too. Beckham took an injury last game too, so I don't know if he's even back.
He balled out.
He started heating
played
up.
well though. He played well.
He's been heating up.
You guys know how
Tua or Lamar for MVP. That's the race right now for me. Maybe Jalen right there at 3, but
you can't count Jalen out even balling.
Yeah, and they got the best record in football.
Yep.
So I'll give them the credit for that.
Our last game is going to be Bears at Vikings. Chicago at Minnesota. I already know my pick. What about you? What do you guys?
I'm going to go to Bears here. And nothing against Joshua Dobbs. You know, I think he played okay yesterday. But I think Justin Fields showed that at least he's quote-unquote back, I guess if you want to call it that. Played well, and him
statistically.
Yeah, and him and DJ Moore seem like they still have that connection the way they had it. I mean, they had a 50-yard bomb thrown in for a tutty in the first half or second half, or in one of those halves. But
what do you think?
I'm gonna go with the Vikings, man. I think they're gonna get Justin Jefferson back, and hopefully that's a spark for them and see if they keep going.
Oh yeah, if they get Jettas back, I'm definitely taking the Vikings.
First game back, you think this guy's just gonna go get 12 for 136 and 2 tutties? Like, come on, yo.
The attention that he gets.
It's fucking Jettas.
Yeah, but it's just the attention. Like, everybody else,
football
is open.
Tyreek's first game back, bro. He ain't playing if he ain't getting 100 yards.
I feel that, but Tyreek has like never gotten hurt. I can't even remember if Tyreek is.
Shut the fuck up! I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah, he's never hurt the Chiefs.
I'm sorry to even say it, but please don't say that.
What do you mean?
No,
don't say stuff like that, bro. Don't say stuff like that.
I'm just saying. I can't remember him getting hurt. That's all I'm saying.
No, don't.
I'm sorry.
I'm almost mad that I acknowledged it because I feel like that gives it more power.
Oh my God, that's that whole jinx shit that I don't.
We're gonna go ahead. Bears versus Vikings. Who you guys got?
Vikings.
I got Bears.
I got Vikings as well, and that's gonna close it out for Week 12 Moneyline Picks. Thank you. Yo, welcome back to the Podcast. All right, so we've talked about NFL long enough. We're gonna go ahead and switch to the NBA. You already know.
Yeah, man. So I just want to tap in with the Miami Heat here, man. The Miami Heat were on a 7-game win streak until last night or 2 nights ago when we lost to the Chicago Bulls. We played them again tonight on the road in Chicago.
I need my lick back.
Bro, I want to know, me personally, should we go get Zach Lavine? That's been the biggest thing so far. I mean, Zach Lavine played well against us a couple nights ago. I think he dropped a 50 ball.
I wouldn't mind him, bro. I think he would be sexy on our team.
You always use that term, yo. You always use that term,
I
bro.
can just see the alley-oops to him. Like, it would be nice.
I don't blame you on that. I don't blame
you. You willing to trade Tyler Hero?
No.
He's averaging 22 and 22.9, so 23.
No, like, I don't want to bash on Tyler because I like him. I just feel like he's been injured a lot. Talking about injury-prone players and stuff. He's happened to be injured a lot with us, and especially in key moments that we really need him. You know, if there's a deal on the table for another superstar, maybe, but I wouldn't give him away for nothing, though. Like, it's got to be a baller. Like, for the Dame trade, I would have done it with a heartbeat. No offense, again, to Tyler Hero. But it's got to be a player that would help and fit with our culture. If it's not in our culture and how we play, then I wouldn't get rid of Hero because he plays really good with us and he follows everything that we're about.
Right.
I mean, to piggyback off that, I feel like a lot of Heat fans are being prisoners of the moment right now, bro. Like, yeah, we didn't have Tyler last playoffs, but he's shown that consistently he's a guy that can get the ball in the basket for us, bro. And that's desperately what the Heat need. We have Jimmy and we have Bam, great defensive guys, and on any given night, they can give you a nice 20, 30 ball, but Tyler's the only guy that's shown that on offense he can get it done just about every night. You know, every player is going to have their off nights where they're not scoring 30 points. They're not dropping 3+ threes a night. It happens, bro. That's just how it is. No one can be perfect, but I think Tyler is one of the unspoken heroes of our team, bro. And I hate to say that because he's a big piece of our team, or he's supposed to be, but I think a lot of people don't give him enough credit. I'll be honest. Because this guy is coming in consistently and dropping buckets for us, bro. And he just, it's only his third year?
Yeah, he definitely gets a lot of heat.
Season?
Who?
Tyler Hero.
Tyler's been here for
third, fourth season, bro.
To produce, it's like he's a lot of
producing
all the pressure.
Like, bro, let's be real. You have Jimmy Butler and Bam. That's already enough. You got to get the ball to those guys. Then you got to get your own stuff.
This is his fifth year, just so.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Even if it's a fifth year, bro, like you're playing on the Heat. What is the Heat been known for? The Heat culture, to be a team. This is not a one-man game. Like, I hate that we're even putting Tyler Hero in trade predicaments because it's like, like, besides Jimmy, who's been consistently scoring for us the last few years? Tyler. Like, what are we talking about? We have Max Strus. He's at Cleveland now. He's balling. Don't get me wrong, but he only came along for like a year and a half or two. Yeah,
but it comes down then to like really how much we're paying him because he's getting a big contract, and now it's like
Tyler. He's on his rookie contract, ain't he?
No,
or did we re him up? We re him up this year. For how
it wasn't super max, but we gave him money.
Can we talk about the numbers real quick? Because if the numbers aren't crazy, then I don't think giving him a little bag is asinine or crazy to think about. Like, let's be real. What have I been saying this whole time, this little rant? He's the only consistent scorer for us for the last 4 years.
He has a 4-year.
Besides Jimmy Butler. And he's not even a consistent scorer. He's just a consistent all-around great player. Yeah. And I love that, but he's not a consistent scorer either.
He's got a 4-year, $120 million contract.
Bro,
so
in the NBA right now, that's good money.
30 mil a year?
Right now.
I'm saying in the NBA, that's good money.
In the NBA right now, that's great money for
They didn't overpay. They didn't overpay.
They didn't overpay.
You went to the finals 2 out of the last 4 years.
Without Tyler, though. Both of those years, he didn't play in the finals. That's the problem.
But he played all those games during the season, right? And he played in the playoffs, right?
No, he didn't play in the postseason. Not in 2022.
Yeah, he
didn't play in the postseason.
Last season, right? But the year before he went when we were in the bubble, right? He was playing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so don't you can't discredit guys. Like, yes, you got injured. Shit happens. You're an athlete, bro.
Yeah.
But the year we went to when we had Boston when Jimmy missed that 3. He didn't play that entire postseason. We made that whole run and we lost it. Yeah. The year that Boston went to the finals.
2 postseasons.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like the clutch moments.
If that's the case, then
he actually missed 3 because the year the Bucks won in 2021, he didn't play in that one either. He didn't play in that one. He didn't play in the one that we lost to Boston.
You got the stats on that. You can back that up factually.
Yeah, that's factually. The year that Milwaukee won 2021, they swept us. He didn't play in that entire postseason.
He played the short season.
That was the short off season. You mean?
Yeah,
it wasn't a short.
Not short season.
Yeah, not short season, but it was a short off season. That was the year after the bubble. We made the finals that year in the bubble. Then 2021 came short off season. We made the playoffs, but we lost in the first round. Got swept.
Yep.
In 2022,
Same shit happened to the Lakers, so I don't want to hear shit. Or
we make the
5. My bad.
We make the Eastern Conference. We make the Eastern Conference Finals in 2022, and Boston beats us. But Tyler doesn't play. That's the series where he came in Game 7 and played like 7 minutes and didn't do a damn fucking thing. Yeah. They took him out because they was like, "Oh, he's unhealthy. He clearly can't go."
Okay, so
then last year he didn't play in the playoffs. He did not play.
We can get off that. Tyler Hero has a bad health history narrative.
But that's why, sorry to cut you guys off, but I disagree with both of you guys. I think we should go after Zach Lavine and put Tyler Hero in those trade talks. The only reason.
Said yes, though.
Oh, I thought you said no.
I said yes if it's a superstar.
But if we're going to talk about that,
I said for Zach Lavine.
Yeah, for Zach Lavine, I'll do it. I'll do it for Zach Lavine.
Zach Lavine has a very complicated health history as well. Let's be honest. You know, he's had a torn ACL.
But he was available for the postseason the year they made the playoffs.
No, but Tyler hasn't had as bad of an injury as Zach Lavine. He has minor injuries, and I'll get you. That's annoying as hell to have to deal with. But long term, right now, Zach Lavine is more worn down. He's older. And he's not scoring as consistently as Tyler Hero. If I can get a consistent 15 to 20 from Tyler Hero, I'll take that over 1 out of every 7 games that Zach Lavine's giving you a 30 ball.
I would agree if we didn't have Jimmy Butler. That's the thing, is that Jimmy Butler is ready to win right now.
We need it right
and
now.
Zach Lavine, if he has Jimmy Butler, he won't be the Zach Lavine that you're watching in Chicago.
When it comes to defense, can you say there's a night and day difference from Tyler Hero and Zach Lavine?
No.
So why in the hell would you give up all these assets to get pretty much the same exact player? Because Tyler can get you a 30-40 ball on any given night.
No, I agree. I agree with that. The only thing.
Why are we sitting here giving away all these pieces for Zach Lavine, which he really, honestly, I do not want to disrespect anybody. He's a glorified dunker that's finally sharpened his skills enough to where he can shoot outside of 20 feet.
I get that, but that's like 4 or 5 years removed. He's been on a 4 or 5 year tear.
He has not been on a tear. He has shown that he has improved as a shooter. He has not been on a tear by any means. He's had some really good games where he's shown that he's a baller.
Well,
but he's the definition of inconsistent.
He's a two-time All-Star.
To me, he is J.R. Smith. He is J.R. Smith. That's who I look at Zach Lavine. He is a baller, and he has a green light anytime because guess what? Any night he can give you 50 points. But guess what? On his bad night, he's going to get you under 10. He ain't going to give you an assist or a rebound. He's
averaged over 25 or 26 multiple times a year. J.R. Smith has never done that.
Because he's been the main focal piece of an offense.
J.R. Smith
now, if he came in, J.R. Smith, at Zach Lavine's age, if he came in now in the NBA, he could be a number. Jordan Poole is the number one option for the Washington Wizards. You're going to tell me you wouldn't rather have J.R. Smith in his prime than Jordan Poole leading your team?
Jordan Poole, maybe. Zach Lavine, no.
But this is what we're talking about. There's plenty of Jordan Pooles right now. Look at the Pistons.
But Zach Lavine is not one of them, brother. I'm sorry.
Cade Cunningham. The people
Cade is
the greatest
tough.
thing ever. But J.R. Smith blows them out of the water in their prime, bro.
Cade is tough, though. I don't know if he blows them out.
Cade Cunningham over J.R. Smith in their primes. On your team, on your starting five.
Cade obviously hasn't reached his prime, so I can't really answer that. It's his second year in the league, dog.
No, it's not been.
Yes, dog.
Least 3, bro. He wasn't a rookie last year.
Yes, he was. He was a rookie. He just won Rookie of the Year last year. Cade Cunningham?
Rookie of the year? We must have not had nobody in the fucking league last year if Cade Cunningham won Rookie of the Year, bro. What the fuck are we doing here?
Cade was nice, bro.
What? On the Pistons? What, they win 10 games last year?
Nah, it's not just based off a team record, though, bro. You don't win those individual awards like Rookie of the Year based off your team record. Like CJ Stroud could lose every game this year for the rest of the year and throw for 300 and win Rookie of the Year.
Won more than Cade Cunningham in their rookie season, bro. Who? Anybody you can name besides probably Anthony Bennett.
Well, he didn't win it, but I was going to say Michael Carter-Williams won Rookie of the Year, and they weren't shit when he was with the Sixers his first year. They didn't win him any games.
Literally probably one of the worst teams ever.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But my whole point is I think Zach Lavine is a perennial all-star in this game.
I'm not trading the world for him or Tyler Hero.
I'm trading Tyler Hero for him.
That's all I'm saying.
I'll put it at that.
You're trading Tyler Hero for Zach?
He said yeah.
I would. I think I would probably.
If it's a fair enough trade, you would trade Tyler Hero for Zach.
Yeah, it's a fair enough trade. I don't want Zach straight up. I hope that we do get some more.
Okay, my bad. Let's just say that for straight up, because that's really what we're arguing about right now. Is who's the better player? So straight up, if the Chicago Bulls said right now, if you give me Tyler Hero, I will give you Zach Lavine, no strings attached. Who are you taking?
Right now, Zach Lavine is dressed in uniform clothes, and Tyler Hero's in street clothes.
He's in a Miami Heat uniform. Who are you taking? Zach Lavine.
I'm taking Zach Lavine.
Tyler Hero.
I love Tyler Hero too. My Kentucky boys, Big Blue Nation, stand the fuck up. You already know what's up.
So you're saying Zach Lavine?
I am.
Let's not beat around the bush. You're saying Zach Lavine.
I am.
I'm saying Zach Lavine. Who does Craig 305 have?
If it's straight up, straight up, it definitely brings it down for me a little bit, but I'm still gonna go with Zach Lavine.
I'm about to say, dog, don't get crazy.
Just to be honest,
because Tyler Hero.
I feel crazy,
because
my boy.
The only thing that Zach Lavine can do better than Tyler Hero is dunk a fucking basketball.
That's not true.
That's the only thing he can do better than Tyler Hero.
That's not true.
Literally.
That's not true.
Who's a better shooter? Tyler Hero. Who's a better ball handler? To me, Tyler Hero.
That's questionable. That's questionable.
I don't care if it's questionable. I personally think
I get it. I get it.
Great. You guys should think that.
Yeah, I was just saying that's questionable.
I love Tyler.
Zach Lavine's a better in between finisher, so that means he has like a better layup package. He can finish above the rim better than Tyler Hero. He's more aggressive than Tyler Hero. He's obviously been the focal point. He's got more 50-point games than Tyler Hero.
More finesse. So what are we arguing about? Finesse or aggressiveness? You're honestly
That's what I'm
picking
saying.
straws there because it depends on the type of baller you're. You're gonna be like, oh, this is more efficient, or this is more efficient.
But that's my point. Like the Zach Lavine you're seeing now won't be the Zach Lavine you see under the Heat system with the Heat culture with Jimmy Butler and Bam. He'd be a different completely
rises under the Heat.
I think defensively he gets better, and then he has guys like Jimmy and Bam. And look at what Bam is doing this year. He's the one that's actually making me say I would make that trade because Bam has taken his game to another level. He's at 24-9 or 24-10 right now. Yeah, he hasn't averaged over 22 ever in his career, and finally,
he's balling. I'll give you that.
He's balling. So he's young. Yeah. So obviously he's ascending. Jimmy Butler, unfortunately to me, has plateaued, but he's great. Yeah. When he wants to turn up, he could play.
I was gonna say even at a plateau, he's
great. He's great. And when playoff time comes, he's proven that he can flip the switch. I can trust him to flip a switch. You have those two guys with a killer like Zach Lavine. That's what the Heat need is a killer. A guy who offensively he can go get his own. He could just go get his own.
I hear you.
That's all I'm saying.
I just think that consistently Tyler Hero is a better basketball player when it comes to scoring the ball.
You're right. Like it's a toss up there.
Because to me, I think it would be great if in a final series or playoffs you see Zach Lavine go off for 30, 40. Go 5 of 9 from the 3, all this shit. But I think, me personally, as a basketball fan, enthusiast, whatever, a sports fan, I appreciate consistency. I love when superstars go off for 60 balls, 70 balls, but obviously you're not getting that every night. I love it. It's great to watch. But I want that guy that's coming in every day, every game. He's going to play his ass off and just ball out every time. No matter if he gets 10 points or 30. That's all I want.
But I would say is that Tyler has missed more time than Zach Lavine. Yeah, especially in the regular season and in the postseason.
Wasn't Lavine out for a whole season, bro? Like,
one time he was.
Like, what are we talking? So,
but Tyler has missed multiple postseasons, and he's not playing right now. Yeah. So it's like we're talking about right now. If you're asking me, would I make that trade straight up? One guy is playing, and another guy is out.
I wouldn't.
So.
But
I'm gonna say, I love Tyler Hero, but I feel like we need a change.
We're also talking about right now. We can't be thinking about their primes and
that's what I'm saying. Right now,
we need a spark. We need a change, and I feel like
I need a guy who's a proven guy in this league who has played toe to toe with the best players in this league and has put up 50 balls against them. And Zach Lavine has done that.
With our system, he doesn't got to play that one-on-one ball.
He doesn't.
With the passing that we do.
But he can. And that's the thing, is the fact that since he doesn't have to do it every time, the times that he does do it, he'll be sharp. He'll be sharp because he hadn't had to spend all his energy doing it every play for every bucket.
You're going to see crazy plays if he's here.
Hey, man, him with Jimmy and Bam.
I know you say he's a better dunker, but sometimes that dunk sparks the offense.
I hear you. I hear you. I don't, like I said, I don't think the comparison is too far off. It's just me personally.
You'd rather have Tyler.
I would rather
and especially with the longevity.
Especially from now moving
forward. I guess
moving forward,
100 on that.
Moving forward,
I really would. And that's going to take us to our next topic, sticking to the NBA. LeBron scored 37 and the game-winning free throw to beat the Rockets last night.
LeBron's a Terminator. The guy, he's a robot. He's going to keep doing his thing.
What's your question, though, man? You got to cut him off. What's your question?
No, I'm just talking about 37.
I mean, that was pretty much my question, to be honest with you.
What was it, man?
Into that. How in the hell is LeBron James still doing this at this age, man?
Can I say something real quick? LeBron, you're a fucking lab baby, dog. You're not real. You're not real, yo.
He's a guinea pig. He's a man-made creature.
I'm gonna tell you this. The NBA has done a great job by preserving those kind of guys like Steph, KD, and Bron by making the game more offensively minded, quote unquote, not as physical. I want to use those quotations.
I think that's why they're allowing them to load manage as well. Because I feel like the David Stern NBA would have been like, Kobe's not playing 10 games out, so you better bring his ass out there. But the Adam Silver NBA is like, we got to conserve our superstars for the playoffs to where the real ratings come in. You feel me? And I don't hate that, but for the average fan, when you pay that ticket, You want to see Kawhi Leonard playing for the fucking Clippers.
Yes.
You want to see LeBron James playing for fucking Lakers.
Yes.
You want to see Jimmy Butler playing in a Heat uniform.
Yes.
You want to see Giannis playing in a Bucks uniform.
Yeah, facts.
Yay.
Especially for the Bucks. Motherfucker, you're probably paying your light bill to go to that fucking game.
Now with Dame in town, yeah, for sure.
real.
You're fucking paying a lot of money to go to that damn game. You want to see your superstars play. No matter who's playing against them. I don't give a fuck that the Pistons are in town. You ain't taking a fucking night off.
What's your take on the LeBron stuff, though? I want to know.
I think that, LeBron and talking about the preserving and stuff, like players have taken the initiative to like really work on their bodies and protect them and do all these extra steps that I feel like a lot of players before wouldn't do. They just would play, they'll make their money, they'll have a great time, but they weren't doing these extra things in the off season. They were more on vacation, they were chilling. Now a lot of players are on off season, still working, working on their body, doing things that I feel like for LeBron, this is a perfect example, has gotten him to where he is because he's always ready. And his dad, like there's been rumors and stuff, like I can't confirm it, but he spent like over $1 million a year easy on stuff, so that is really what's going to take you to the next level. Like if you're willing to do these extra steps, it's always going to benefit you in the long term.
Big facts.
I think LeBron has a chance here to, I don't want to say cement his legacy because his legacy is already cemented, but I would say he can add another layer to it by playing at this level consistently and maybe not winning a title, but maybe pushing the Nuggets to a game 7 or making the finals and losing, let's say, to a Milwaukee or a Boston, because those teams are good. Those teams are predicted to win the finals. Like if he were to lose to, let's say, a Cleveland or even us, a Miami team, then it might hurt his legacy a little bit because people think that LeBron, if he gets to the finals with that Laker team, he should win unless he plays Milwaukee or Boston, maybe even Philly. They'll be like, oh, okay, well, he gets quote unquote of a pass.
If you play Philly with that,
you think they should win?
You should.
I respect
whoop
that.
Their ass at the very latest in 6.
But shout out Tyrese Maxey though. Come on, man. Shout out Tyrese Maxey because he's been hooping.
To me, is the next like Olajuwon. Like he's that next center that's really like a staple. You can't do anything to this guy, Joel Embiid, and we're not gonna harp on that too much because we got our topics, but Joel Embiid, he needs his respect and his flowers. I know he's been injury prone kind of throughout his career, but he needs his flowers, man. This guy, just imagine if he was healthy, you guys would fucking hate Philly. Because that means they would have a great football team in the Eagles and an unstoppable team in the Philadelphia 76ers.
And their baseball team is not that bad neither.
Yeah, and then you got...
Made the World Series.
You guys would fucking want to blow up Pennsylvania in a hole. So...
Hey, I'll tell you right now, Joel Embiid is good and all, but that was a crybaby MVP, and you don't show up in the playoffs, dog. So
I'm not gonna say that. Joe always got to talk shit about the MVP winners and the fucking. You know what it is? He's so much of a guard, he can't give the big guys their credit.
Oh
it's
shit!
That he hated on Jokic.
That's bullshit.
Now he's hating on fucking Embiid.
That's bullshit.
That's all it really is, man.
Whatever.
But we won't harp too much on that because Cho's a hater.
Fuck this shit.
But anyways, man, LeBron's doing his fucking thing at scoring 37 in his 21st year.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and switch it up now. We're gonna switch to the Suns, man. Bradley Beal out 3 weeks. Is this gonna be the new big 3 New Jersey Nets with Kevin Durant, KD, and Kyrie? Where they couldn't just get it together because they were all injured at different times?
I still think even without Bradley Beal, they got enough talent to get to the playoffs, but I don't know, man. It sucks when you got these injuries, but they're still good without him. I would love to see them play with all 3 healthy and see where they go, but they're still good enough, I feel, at least to make the playoffs and maybe scare some people.
They can definitely make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they'll make the playoffs, but to say they're the new Brooklyn Nets, I think.
Yeah, the Nets are
You don't think they're gonna have the same fate, same outcome as the New Jersey Nets or
the Brooklyn Nets? I think they could, but the only difference I see with that is the fact that I really think Brooklyn would have won in 2021 if those guys weren't hurt, man. If Harden doesn't tear his hamstring up and Giannis doesn't step under Kyrie's ankle to twist it, they beat Milwaukee and they win the title that year in 2021. That's just my opinion.
I feel like the same reasons why you feel like they should have won has been the same reasons why they probably would have lost as well.
Why you say? What do you mean?
Having too much firepower. You seen what happened with that Miami Heat against the Dallas Mavericks that first year? It almost felt like they had too much that they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know how to really play the game.
That's a good point. No, that's a good point.
And how to conserve everybody and how to distribute the ball.
My only pushback to that is at least I got to see it in the finals show its ugly head. Like, bruh, that 2021 year, Brooklyn played Boston in the first round and beat them in 5 games and dismantled them with those 3 guys at the helm playing great basketball. They played Milwaukee the first 2 games. Harden tears his hamstring in the first game in 2021. They murder Milwaukee, still beat them by 30. Right. Second game, beat them by 30 again. Third game, Kyrie twists his ankle, and then KD's doing it on his own from game 3 on. Right. So it's like, I agree with what you're saying, but I would have liked to see them fail in the finals because Phoenix was the team that made the finals that year. Yeah. And it's hard-pressed for me to believe that KD, Kyrie, and Harden
doesn't beat Phoenix with
CP and Book at the helm. Yeah. As great as Book is, he's never won. And CP is a guaranteed choke artist. Honestly, CP is a guaranteed choke artist.
No. And I'm not going to take any of that away from your argument, but I feel like if you put that series, right, literally that series is filled with choke artists. Besides, like,
Kyrie's not a choke artist, dog.
The thing with KD,
KD's not either.
KD, you can't call him a choke artist because the finals he did win was with the Warriors. And the thing is, but everyone, just about everyone except Warriors fans and like KD dick riders and shit like that, put an asterisk next to those championships because what did he do? He was arguably the second best player in the NBA and joined the best team in the NBA. And that's why everyone, literally everyone, I don't give a fuck who you are, no matter if you're a Warriors fan, KD fan, anything, you know that KD did the bitch move by going to fucking the Warriors.
I agree.
No matter what you want to say, you can say he got his dubs, he got his championship.
He did.
Blah, blah, blah. That's literally going on Madden, putting all the sliders down, and picking the best team in the whole league.
The NBA was horrible to watch that year.
Just getting an undefeated season and running. Because that's what it was, bro. Let's be real. The Warriors had the best record in the league ever. And they lost to LeBron James.
And then decided to go get... And
they went and got the second best player in the league. That's the only thing you could do to offset LeBron James.
That's true. That's
the only thing you can do.
That's low-key LeBron's... To me, that's LeBron's biggest case for the GOAT.
Head-to-head, they were locked up. Cavs are whooping their ass, bro. I think if they don't have KD those 2 years, Cavs are getting their ass... Or not Cavs. The Warriors are getting their asses.
I agree. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I think they're going to follow the same fate as the Toronto Raptors. Mentally, they're fucked. They're going to get beat by LeBron all the time. They're going to be like, fuck, we just can't beat him, bro. We just can't beat him. No matter what we do, we just can't beat him. Because even the one time they beat him, was without Kyrie and Kevin Love. Kevin Love was out in the first round of that playoff. Kyrie went out after the first game of that finals.
In overtime. People forget.
In overtime. They took him to overtime game
that
1,
man,
bro.
Kyrie had 20.
Steph Curry was not supposed to win a ring that early. I don't care what nobody said,
Kyrie had 22.
I love Steph Curry.
Yo, Kyrie had 22, 6, and 5 first finals game ever on a broken kneecap. Tore his kneecap.
Bro. Come on, bro.
And you know what Bron averaged that series, bro? 36, 13, and 9.
Terminator.
Come on, bro.
And they gave Iggy the Finals MVP for holding LeBron to those numbers.
To holding LeBron to
it was because of that block. That block happened that year,
finals.
right?
No.
Oh, wow.
That was the year they lost.
Oh, yeah.
That was the year they lost. But I think.
What's your opinion, Craig? I feel like me and Cho been fucking going hard right now.
Pause on that.
Yeah, my bad. Pause. Hard pause.
I feel, look, honestly, like the pressure to win the championship is like so crucial to defining the careers. That's why I guess KD did that, you know, because if you look at players like Carmelo Anthony, Allen Iverson, like these are amazing players, but they get knocked down because they never won the chip. Right. So it's like you force someone like Kevin Durant that no matter what is still going to be a great player to have to win a championship, to even be in those conversations, to talk about LeBron,
now
talk
you
about
have
people.
to like forcefully put him in there. Just
So it's like he had no
chip.
choice. It's like almost like, all right, do I keep on with OKC or go to another team, or do I go right here where they're giving me everything I want and try to win a championship? And to be at least on his side, I think he played better than anybody in that fucking team.
No, facts.
Who? Kevin Durant.
And
the Warriors
to
win the championship.
His flowers on was he was the best player on those teams.
Yeah, so I'll give him for sure
but
that.
That's also what made those teams so great.
Yeah, so like I get it,
but it was uneven though.
Yeah, of course,
was uneven
and it's a bullshit move.
Of course, KD was the best player on the team.
If you're gonna block Chris Paul from going to the fucking Lakers with Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
Kobe should have 6 rings because if he had CP,
let KD go to the fucking Warriors after they had the best season ever.
That was some
bullshit. In the history of the NBA.
Was David Stern still the commissioner?
Yeah, he was.
Adam Silver was.
Yeah, he was the commissioner. No, I think it was David Stern.
Adam Silver was already commissioner of the NBA when that happened.
When the KD trade happened?
Yeah, when the KD trade happened,
but not for the
no,
CP.
not for the CP trade.
That was
CP trade. It was David Stern.
Stern. But that's what I'm saying. If David Stern was there when that KD trade happened, would he have vetoed that?
Maybe, but the only reason that other trade went down was because the league owned that team. So that's why he was able to do that. I don't think it would have happened. I think the Lakers would have been able to get CP if he wasn't the owner technically.
Because the Lakers is not a league owned team.
That's more fucked than the original.
That's what I'm saying. It's more fucked. But they were thinking that they were going to a shitty market and I mean a big market, and it wasn't going to help the league in general.
Because he was leaving New Orleans.
Yeah, exactly. So that was his thinking on it, but he definitely tried it because he tried the Lakers. Yeah, he tried the Lakers. And the
crazy.
Wait, on that point, the deal that happened later, I felt was a shittier deal than what they actually got from the Lakers. So like they kind of let that happen for a shittier deal. Like
that's true.
That's wild. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. Had a great time chit-chatting with you folks. Man,
awesome.
Any last minute shout outs you guys want to give anybody, man?
Yeah, man. Heartbeat of the South. You already know what it is. Shout out my dog Craig 305,
Appreciate
man.
You.
You already know what it is. Shout out my dog Dolo. You know what time it is. Wolfpack Sports, man. We coming up.
Shout out to Turkey Bowl.
You know, Turkey Bowl's coming up.
Footage from Turkey Bowl ready to go soon.
It's coming up. It's coming up. Shout out my dog Alex, the editor, man. You always hold it down, man. On time with the shits, man.
Alex,
for real.
Shout out to Craig 305.
Shout out you guys, bro. Shout out to Reserve, always hooking me up.
Sir. Shout out to my dog Code and everybody.
Shout out to my mom.
The pod go, man.
It's a wrap, man. Episode 9, we out.
Hey, girl, wish me well. I don't keep no chain, no ain't no wishing well. Don't kiss and tell. She still got my skin under her fingernails. Who the hell let you in this bitch? Boy, you look like you 12. Send them shells, cause I heard a dead man cannot tell a tale. Wish me well. I don't keep no chain, no ain't no wishing well. Don't kiss and tell. She still got my skin under her fingernails. Who the hell let you in this bitch? Boy, you look like you 12. Send them shells, cause I heard a dead man cannot tell a tale. Both for real. I be calling shot, you just be calling 12. Raw scale, ducking.